So I did not have an interest in sciences. But I do think NASA is fascinating to me, and I never thought about working at NASA until, I was helping with an event through the Magna Career Center that sort of showcased like, oh, NASA, and, it sort of put it in my mind. So I believe, what helps me is like just attending events and learning about different companies, because you never, I believe like you never know what opportunities you can find at different companies. So science wasn't like a strong suit, but what I'm really good at, I would say, is people, understanding people, building relationships. So I felt, it was a counseling sort of internship. So as a counselor, you need to understand people. So I figured it aligned with my degree and what I was pursuing in my career path. Like I wanted to understand how to work in groups and how to help, teach students. So, throughout being part of an Astro camp, I learned some of the hands-on activities that we did with the students. We learned before we actually taught the students. So a week before we actually had students, we had 1 week of training, which was great, and that taught us how to like do the activities. I wouldn't say I was like very proficient in all the activities. So some of it was on, like when the students came, I just like learned on the spot, or had help with some of our colleagues, but it was just a great experience. And I think it's important to push yourself out of our comfort zone in the job. But even if it's not in New York, going to Mississippi, it's like that was also a highlight. Just not being away from home and seeing what the culture is like outside of where I was brought up. Being from Brooklyn, New York, never been to Mississippi. Mississippi is lots of trees, very quiet compared to New York. I was living on a golf course in Mississippi, and like it was quiet. And I'm a people's person, but that was also a very big highlight. I would say is just going somewhere where I'd never been before.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magna Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.